Greetings, I am Professor Bloomberg, and I am here to talk to you guys about the history of cocaine use. The origin of cocaine started back in the ancient times, specifically in South America. It was first used by the Inca civilizations with the coca leaves. The leaves were chewed and gave them increased exhilaration and energy as a result. In addition, the Incas used the coca leaves for religious and cultural ceremonies. The first person to extract the cocaine from the coca leaf was Albert Niemann in 1860. The next advance in the history of cocaine was the use of anesthetics for eye surgery by Karl Kohler. Then, Sigmund Freud believed that the cocaine was a good treatment for morphine addiction. A very interesting fact is that cocaine used to be one of the original ingredients in Coca-Cola. Lower class addicts often drank Coca-Cola as a means to get cocaine because they could not have it prescribed by a doctor. Another form of cocaine is crack cocaine. This form gives users an increased high, a faster high, but it does not last as long. The main method of consumption is through inhalation.
The process in which we make cocaine, we first have to grow the coca leaves. These leaves, we grow them in countries in South America like Colombia, Bolivia, Peru, Nicaragua, etc. And then after we pick the coca leaves, we start the process of actually making the cocaine. After we grow the coca leaves and pick them out, we drown the leaves on gasoline and we mix them with diluted acids. After this, we drain the gasoline out of the coca leaves and we add ammonia to get the cocaine base. Then we drain it, we dry it with a piece of cloth, and it will give us a pure version of the final product. After this process, we dissolve it in a solvent like acetone, for example. Then we boil the mix and we put hydrochloric, which is going to result in the crystallization of the cocaine and will give us our final product. So for the trafficking part of the cocaine, we use, one of them is drug mules. We send drug mules to airports or regular terminals. And what we do is we have them swallow capsules of cocaine, and then we have them throw them up or defecate them when they get to the other side. For example, like if we're going from South America to North America or to Europe, whatever the destination is, that we just have to defecate or throw out the cocaine. We also use the Caribbean. We use little boats, little jets, little airplanes, throw them in the island, and then we have somebody else waiting for them, and they pick them up at the other port.
Hello, my name is Dr. Mendenhall, and I'll be talking to you guys about the science of cocaine. Adults aged 18 to 25 make up a majority of the users in America. Looking at race demographics, studies found higher rates of cocaine use in whites and Hispanics. Cocaine is a psychomotor stimulant that hinders reuptake of monoamines into presynaptic terminals. Inhibition of dopamine reuptake is believed to be the principal mechanism of euphoria. Use may lead to depression, memory loss, and paranoia. Acute intoxication produces euphoria, sweating, memory loss, prolonged convulsion, and hypertension.
Greetings, my name is Thomas Carson, attorney at law, and I'm here to tell you about legislation in regards to cocaine. The Harrison Narcotic Tax Act was one of the first legislative efforts to regulate and tax the importation, distribution, and production of coca leaves in America. The act was approved by Congress on December 17, 1914, and officially went into effect March of 1915 under the Woodrow Wilson administration. The next federal legislative effort was a policy entitled the Controlled Substance Act of 1970. This policy classified drugs into specific schedules based on their potential for abuse, addiction, and medicinal use. This act was the main weapon against Richard Nixon's new war on drugs in America. This act classified cocaine as a Schedule II drug. This means that there's a high potential for abuse and addiction, yet has accepted medical use. This act went into effect May of 1971 under the Nixon administration. In the 1980s, a new cheap form of cocaine known as crack became extremely popular in America due to its high potency. Yet one of the most controversial legislative efforts to combat cocaine abuse in America was the 1986 Anti-Drug Abuse Act. Due to America's aggressive approach towards drugs legislation, also known as the War on Drugs, President Ronald Reagan and Congress enacted laws that carried harsh penalties for first-time drug possession of crack cocaine. The sentencing ratio was 100 times worse for possessing crack cocaine in comparison to powder cocaine. The statute also required mandatory sentencing, such as 5 years in federal prison for possessing a mere 5 grams of crack cocaine. These laws had a horrific effect on minorities and urban communities around the country and was the foundation for the drastic increase in America's prison population. The 1986 Anti-Drug Abuse Act is one of the main reasons for America's mass incarceration problem today.